All right, good people, let's talk about it. First of all, I want everybody to understand SMOOTHLEE64 is respected by the big man, more so than any person on YouTube to this date. All right, understand that. Also understand that the viewpoints of SMOOTHLEE64 I respect. Okay? Now, babbling, is the big man babbling? I want to clear that up. I want you to understand that what some people consider babbling is my way of bringing receipts from a variety of sources in order to prove the facts about the statement that I'm making. So I may say this, that, and the third that may seem unrelated, but they all relate to the topic that I'm talking about as a receipt. So I'm not going to babble today, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you some things, history, and I'm going to respond to only one of the items SMOOTHLEE64 described in his vlog, because I don't want anyone to say that I'm babbling. Okay, and I don't want to seem like I'm being combative to SMOOTHLEE, but I want to set a precedence. I want to set the criteria so that we can have grounds to stand on when we communicate with each other. Number one, not babbling. Can a nurse perform the same duties as a doctor? Can someone who is not African American tell an African American how he thinks, why he thinks, etc., etc.? Is he qualified to do that? Or is anyone qualified to do that who is not an African American? I say no. The reason I say no is because the African American, as I mentioned in my previous vlog, has a unique set of circumstances. Unless you have been stripped of your culture, your heritage, etc., and you've been demised, you've been set into this life with a slave mentality, you cannot speak from a mentality of a person who has your culture and your heritage and everything intact. You can't speak about what someone who doesn't have it, how they should or should not respond, how they should or should not think, because you have no way of knowing what that situation is about, what it's like, because you're on the outside looking in. You're perceiving them from what? Your culture, from your life experiences. You have no clue as to the inside of what the African American has to live with today. No, you don't have a clue. So no, a nurse cannot do what a doctor does, nor can anyone who is not African American tell an African American about what the African American experience. So one point that I want to use to explain that is, my brother SMOOTHLEE says, brother, your thinking is antiquated, is backwards, is this, is that, is the third. Look at the video and see all the adjectives that he used to describe my feelings and my thinking about what I had to say about the African American woman. Yes, he defended her. It's okay. It's okay. But on the same token, my buddy, SMOOTHLEE, is not married to a Caribbean. He's not married to an African American. He's married to an Asian. Why do you find that all of the politicians, the rich people, all the people in power, their mates are from an Asian culture? I seen a man who owned Facebook. Was it Facebook? He denounced his U.S. citizenship and he married a woman from where? Singapore, an Asian. Why? He had all the money. He could do whatever he wanted. He could marry the blondest, blue-eyed woman that America has to offer. He married a woman from Singapore. Why? Because of the Asian culture. Because of the woman that's still intact in the Asian culture. And it's intact in other cultures as well, not just the Asian. I want to say the Asian, why? Because Mr. Lee says, I'm inadequate, I'm insecure because I want to go 8,000 miles to get, what, a Filipina. No, I was married to an Indonesian woman, okay? And the fact of the matter is that I research what woman and why would you choose this as your mate? The highest on the scale is the Asian. You don't believe me? Google it. Google it for the values, etc., etc. You'll see that she is the highest woman on the scale to seek out as a mate. So that's why I chose an Asian. Not because I'm bashing the black woman. It's simply because there's too many obstacles to overcome. Too many obstacles to overcome. Yeah, Mr. Lee says, I'm backwards because I don't want to accept a woman who's educated, who has a job and this, that, and the third. When you put that with a black woman, it reminds me of a thing that my father used to say when we were kids. He says, you can put peacock feathers on a duck and it will still wobble. My father said, the biggest fool in the world is an educated fool. So what does that mean because she has an education? What does that mean because she has a job? She still has a slave mentality. An educated woman with a job, with a slave mentality, is someone that a black man will never get along with. Why? Because she's going to imitate the slave master. Huh? That's why it's smooth. That's why it's smooth. It's different. You're looking at it from a perspective of a man who has his culture intact, and you recognize a woman who has her culture intact. And that's why you chose what you chose. You didn't choose a Caribbean woman because you're Caribbean. No, you didn't. You chose a woman because of her character. That's why I'm saying, listen, as a black man, your chances of success with another black woman is slim to none. Why? Because that woman, unless she's aware of her slave mentality, you will not make it far with her. You will not make it far, especially if you are a man. You won't make it far. Because why? As part of her education, as part of her career, she wants to be the same that you are. She wants to be a man. I don't want to sleep with a man. I want to sleep with what? A woman. I want to sleep with a woman who wants to be what? A woman. So no, Mr. Lee, I respect you. I respect your opinion. But a nurse cannot do what a doctor does. I was born an African American. I will die an African American. I have been educated about my African American ancestry and my culture. I'm aware of it. So therefore, I know. In other words, Smooth, I'm the damn doctor. Okay? I'm the doctor. When it comes to this, I'm the doctor. I raised 10 kids with an African American woman. I'm the doctor. Show me any man who's raised 10 kids, African American man, my age, raised 10 kids with an African American woman since high school and was successful at doing it. So trust me, sir, I know. You don't have to take my word for it. I'm just giving you some knowledge about being an African American, living in America, and dealing with African American women. Okay? And that's why I'm saying, if you are trying to get ahead, if you're trying to succeed, if you're trying to move on in life, I'm saying you need to check out your options. So Smooth, I love you. I'm going to continue to watch you. And you were right. Travel far for a real woman? Yeah, you know where it comes from. I listen to you every day. And if you don't make a video, I listen to one of your old videos or the one you made the day before. I listen to you every day. And when you say something that I don't agree with, sometimes I respond in some kind of way. Other times I don't respond at all. But I know that you know men can agree to disagree. And men don't fall out over disagreements. Men don't separate. Men don't shoot down one another. My thing is not shooting you down, not talking down to you, not talking bad to you, only trying to uplift you and let you know, as a Caribbean, the African American is totally different. And you know that. I'm not telling you something you don't know. You know that. You see? You know that. You know that because you were raised in the Bronx. You were raised in New York City. You know that. So I'm not telling you something you don't know. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to educate those who may be listening and they don't know. You see? But again, my hat's off to Smooth Lee. I respect him. I appreciate it. And if anybody think that I don't, you're an idiot. But on the same token, if you're a brother out there and you're trying to get a toehold in life, or you're trying to live your last part of your life in success with a minimum amount of disruption and uneasiness, man, go to a place where women are women, not where women want to be men. Show me a black woman that don't want to be a man. Show me a black woman that will willing to listen to her husband and follow her husband and do what her husband say. Show me a black woman that in her heart, she wants her man to tell her what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Show me a woman that's in her heart. She couldn't be a real black woman because a real black woman wants to be strong, independent, wealthy, and she wants to be what? Equal to a man. I don't want no woman that's equal to me. I don't want no woman that's equal to me. God said he made the woman from the rib of a man. From me. If you from me, you can't be me. If you come from me, you can't be me. You understand that? So why would I accept a woman telling me that she's my equal? Listen, good people, God bless, take care. And Brother Smooth, thank you, sir. And I'm going to keep on listening to you, and I hope I didn't offend you. And I hope you understand where I'm coming from. And all Smooth Lee's followers, I'm not trying to bash Smooth Lee, not one iota. I'm not having no kind of disagreement with him. I'm only trying to clear the air with facts. And my babbling is simply different receipts from different ways to prove my topic. And a lot of people say it's babbling. But guess what? That's the way the big man talk. Everybody got their way of talking. That's how I talk. Okay? Get with me. Try to understand me. Okay? Try to understand. It's not easy to love me. But you can try. Because I'm going to try to love you. Take care. God bless. And remember, when you help other people from what? The bottom of your heart, you truly do what? Help yourself.